Hey everyone, welcome back to new series of Python. In today's video, we will be discussing about the numeric data type. So, we know numeric data type is a category where it contains numeric data, which means the values over there will be numbers. So, Python supports various types of numbers, including the integers, float, and complex. So first, let's discuss about Python integers. Python integer will be treated as a whole number. It will contain both positive numbers and negative numbers, and these are the numbers without any decimal points or fractional part. And there is no limit in how long an integer value can be. And it comes under the class int. So let's see how can we just define or create an integer and check its type. So here first let's create an integer. I'll be naming the variable as num and it will have a value 9. Now we just need to print the type, or we just need to check the type of this variable. So if you want to just check the type of the variable, you can just use a print function. Later on you can just use a type constructor and provide the object. The object is num over here, that is the variable name. So as you just run the file here, you can see that this comes under the class int. Now let's see how can we perform the arithmetic operations for the int type. So let's define certain values or integers over here. Let's say we can say that a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 6. So we can just manage different arithmetic operations such as addition, multiplication, division, subtraction, and there are many operations that we can just do for integer type. So first I'll be performing addition. So if you want to perform the addition, we can say that we just need to store the result somewhere. So I'll be using add as a variable. Into this we will be storing the result. So a plus b, this is the simple addition that we just use in the max. So you can just go like as of the same equations of the addition or the format of addition, and we just need to get the result over here, and you can see it's simple. As you just have a sum of 5 plus 6, you will get a result of 11. Now let's go with the subtraction. So we are just going to move with the subtraction. So here let's say sub is equal to a minus b, and let's print the result, which is sub, and here you can see the result, which is minus 1. So as you know that a is 5 and b is equal to 6. So 5 minus 6 will be minus 1. And here you can see that the integer will be a collection of whole number, which will have both positive numbers and negative numbers. So if you want to print the type, you can just check the type of the object. So let me just search for the type over here. As you just search for the type, here you can see still it comes under the class int. Now let's perform multiplication for this. So you can use a variable mul. Into this we will be storing everything, that is a star b, and let's find result in the console now. So you can just use a print function, and here we go that 5 into 6 would be the result as 30. Now let's perform the division. So if you want to perform the division, we have to use double forward slash, and we can just perform the division. So we can say that division, a forward slash b, and here we go. Let's print the result in the console. Now, let's run the file, and here you can see the result would be 0. And that is simple division will be performed over here. Now let's move on with the exponent. So exponent is nothing but if we want to just find the result of powers and all, we can just use the exponent. So if you want to perform the exponents, we can use the double asterisk symbols. So let's say exp is equal to a asterisk asterisk b, and yeah, here we can just print the result, print exp, and here we go. And here you can see the result is 15625. Half the result is getting is that here we know a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 6. So 5 raised to 6 will be will give the result in 15625. Now let's move on with the modulus. So sometimes modulus would be a new thing for you. So let's see how we can just perform the modulus operations in Python. So you can just use the variable mode, and here we can say that a, and to perform the modulus operation you have to use the percentage symbol you have to provide, and a mode b. And here we will be performing the division, and the answer will be considered as the remainder of the division. Okay. So here we can see that we just need to print the result in the console. So let's print mode over here, and here you can see 5 will be the answer. Next, we're going to discuss about is Python float. So this is a real number with the floating representation, which means that it will have fractional part or decimal part. So the numbers can be both positive and negative. And let's go with some of the examples over here, and let's see how to create a float and check its type. So let's say num1 is equal to 3 by 4. So as you just divide 3, just go with the 3 by 4, you will get a result over here as a float. Now for that, let's print the type over here of the object, and we just need to print the result also in the console. So you can use the print function and go with num1, and let's run the file. So as you just run the file, here you can see the class is float and you have got the result. So here you can see that it is having a fractional part, or like a point afterwards will have a certain digits over there. So such representations is known as floating numbers. Okay, now we can also perform certain operations over here for the floating numbers, like we can just have arithmetic operations with a mixture of integer and a floating number and all. So let's go with an example. Let's say num or z equal to 10 and y equal to 11.1. Now let's find the result over here. So let's save the result in Q, which means z into y. See here, z is an integer and y is a floating float number, and we just need to get the result. So you will get the result in float as you just multiply an integer with a float over here. Now I just need to print the result, or you can just change Q as result. Okay, let's change the name and give it over here, and let's run the file. And here you can see now the answer will be reflected in float. Now let's see how can we perform the arithmetic operations on the float type. So we can just perform the arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, division, multiplication and all. So if you want to know everything, let's go with one by one. So let's consider A1 is equal to 5.5 and B1 is equal to 3.2. Now we're going to perform addition over here. So let's say add 1. Into add 1, we have to store the result. So A1 plus B1. And we just need to get the result in the console. So let's give an identifier over here as add 1. And you can just provide the object that is add 1, and we just need to get the result over here. And here you can see 8.7 is the result, which is represented in floating. And we have provided everything. We have provided the values as a constant for A1 and B1. Now let's perform subtraction over here. Subtraction, and here you can see, you can just save it in sub1, and let's say A1 minus B1, and we just need to print the result, which is sub1. And here we go, we have finally got the result in again in float itself. Likewise, we can just perform division, multiplication, exponents and all. Now we just gonna discuss about is a complex number. So we have familiar with the word complex numbers, and that is the same concept of the max class itself. A complex number is a number that consists the real part and the imaginary part. For example, we can say that 2 plus 3j is a complex number where 2 is the real component and 3 will be multiplied by j, and that is the imaginary part. Now, let's go with some of the examples and let's see how to create a complex number and how to find its type. So let's say, com is equal to 6 plus 9j. Okay, and we just need to print the type in the console. So you can just use the print function, then go with the type constructor, provide the object over here, which is com, and you can see currently the class is complex. And here we can find the result. Now let's perform some of the arithmetic operations over here for the complex numbers. So, or for the complex type. So let's say that W is equal to 1 plus 5j, and later on we can say that E is equal to 2 plus 3j. Well, now what we have to do is we just need to perform certain arithmetic operations over here. So let's add these and let's save it over here. Okay, so let's say res. So into this we will be storing the result W plus E, and we just need to find the result of res, and you can just print the file, and here you can see we have got the result over here, which is in a complex itself. Now let's perform subtraction for this. So I'll be storing the result in sub2. So we can say that W minus A, and we just need to get the result in the console. So you can just use the print function. Let's go with sub2, and here again you can find the result over here. And likewise, we can just perform addition, multiplication, division and all. Now let's perform let's try to perform the exponents over here. So let's say exponent, and we just need to get the result over here. So let's see whether we can just perform exponents. W star asterisk asterisk A, and let's print the result in the console. And here we go. Here we can also perform exponents for this, and let's try to perform modulus operation for the complex numbers. So we can say that mod 1 into this, we will be storing the result. So to perform the modulus operation, we can just use the percentage symbol, and we just need to get result, or we just need to print the result in the console. So you can just get that. And here you can see unsupported operand type is for percentage complex and complex. So here from this we can conclude that we cannot perform the modulus operator or modulus operations for complex numbers. So actually numeric data type is used for storing the numeric values or the values in numbers. So there are different types of numbers in Python. The supported numbers are int, float, complex, and actually we have many more numbers such as double int, double float and all. But here we will be dealing with this because these are the most commonly used data types in Python. So I hope this video clarifies how to use the numeric data types in Python. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching the video.